What's up, Jolinator Club? Alright, so today I am finally here to review Star Wars The Clone Wars. But when I first decided to do this, I was like, well, there's really not much to talk about as far as the Clone Wars movie is concerned. So I figured I would review multiple Clone Wars stuff. I'll be talking about the movie, the animated series on Cartoon Network, and Clone Wars, the 2003 animated series. Star Wars The Clone Wars theatrical released film was released in August of 2008, and a lot of people were very confused by this. For a while, George Lucas had been talking about doing an animated Star Wars television show. When the first few episodes of the show were near completion, George Lucas looked at them and said, I want to make that into a movie. And they were like, we don't have the money for that. Nevertheless, the movie is actually a few episodes of the show just combined together to make one story. So, how does it work? Well, the movie takes place with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker smack dab in the middle of the Clone Wars, and Anakin is now taking on an apprentice named Ahsoka Tano. So Anakin is now trying to teach this young girl about the Force, Obi-Wan is trying to keep Anakin in line, and all of this is revolving around Jabba the Hutt's son being kidnapped, and Anakin and Ahsoka having to get Jabba's son back. Now, I'll admit, the story definitely works well for the runtime, but the problem that I have with it is it's just a few episodes of the show combined together to make one thing. And granted, I don't know that George Lucas was really planning things right. I mean, he probably wasn't, but the problem that I have with it is, while the story definitely makes sense, it just goes from some action scenes to some other action scenes to other action scenes. Regardless, guys, I like the Clone Wars as a whole. However, as far as the Star Wars movies are concerned, it is the bottom one for me. Now let's talk about the much better Clone Wars series on Cartoon Network. I have seasons 1 through 5 on DVD right here. And I will just let you guys know right now, the show is much better than the movie. But the most confusing thing to me about it is the fact that they aired the show out of order. What? Do you know how many kids watch the Cartoon Network? It's baffling to me that this show was aired out of order. But thankfully though, StarWars.com has released the full chronological order of the episodes of the show in which you can watch them, and so that's good. So how's the quality of the show compared to the film? It's like leaps and bounds better. Every episode of the show definitely works, but the first episode is actually like in season 2. As a matter of fact, just to let you guys know, the way the first 3 episodes are constructed, the first episode is in season 2, and then the next episode is in season 1, and then after that, the movie falls into place, and then it's the rest of the episodes of the show. So, that's the only real gripe that I have with it, but the storylines definitely work. It adds to the Star Wars saga, and I really like the fact that they add some new characters, and the clones are really fleshed out. That's really cool. Interesting fact though, I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys may know this, some of you may not, but I've had the opportunity to meet Ashley Eckstein, the actress who voiced Ahsoka Tano in the past, and I've also met James Arnold Taylor, the actor who voiced Obi-Wan Kenobi. But that aside, I really like the show, and if you guys have Netflix, then I would suggest watching the show in chronological order. The entire show, as well as the movie, are on Netflix, so go ahead. Now I'm going to talk about, in my opinion, the most underrated Star Wars thing that exists. And that is the Clone Wars 2003 micro-series. Now this was released in 2003 on TV, and it was made by the same company who did Powerpuff Girls and Samurai Jack, and it's done in the same style as Samurai Jack. This micro-series is amazing. In fact, the entire micro-series is on YouTube right now. Go ahead and watch it. You can watch it in like 2 hours, and I love the fact that the story is like set up in a very specific way, and it really explores Anakin's turn towards the dark side, especially in his lightsaber duel with Asajj Ventress. I won't give it away just for those of you who haven't seen it, but it's really cool. I love it. My ratings for all of these: Star Wars The Clone Wars theatrical film is kinda nice at matinee price. And the Clone Wars animated CG show is pretty nice at full price, even though you can just buy it or watch it online. And Clone Wars 2003 series is so nice you should see it thrice. So thank you guys so much for watching my Clone Wars review. I'll be back very soon with a few Star Wars video game reviews. Post your comments below. I want to know, have you seen anything Clone Wars related? If so, what do you think of the Clone Wars? Who's your favorite Clone Wars character? Let me know your opinions down below. You guys are the best. Thank you all so much as always for watching. And if you like this, like, comment, favorite, hit that subscribe button, and join the Joelinator Club. Just bump!